Welcome to Bloom, and thanks for taking the time to check out this demo video. Now, my name is Mark Bishop, and I'm going to be taking you through the platform and talking about the plugin and why we've actually put this package together. Now, first of all, I should say that Bloom is a combination of two elements. So it's a plugin and it's training. So why did we put Bloom together in the first place? Well, essentially it's because everything is very, very difficult. It's difficult for newbies, it's difficult for people that don't understand tech, and it's difficult for people that just want to build a simple, passive, evergreen business online. So what we did is we kind of went back in time. We found a couple of methods that worked really, really well. Methods that I personally used, and we supercharged them. So throughout Bloom, the message is simple. Keep it simple. This is a business which anybody can build. It's something that people can run with within hours, and it's passive. Plus, it's not a loophole, so it's not going to disappear 2 weeks from now. The technology is not going to date within weeks. It's a simple, low-tech method, which has been in use since people started marketing online. It consists of content and monetization. So number one, the plugin provides the content. And let me show you that now. So you can see here the plugin. So every person that purchases Bloom will get the plugin, and they will get the training. So click here, download the plugin, and then install the plugin the same way as you would install any plugin on any WordPress installation. Now I will point out here that it does have to be an installation which the user actually owns. So it has to be self-hosted WordPress. Once installed on the WordPress installation, you'll see the icon over on the left hand side. So over on the menu bar, left hand side of your WordPress installation, you'll see Bloom. So simply click there, and it will open up a screen which looks pretty much like this. Now there are a bunch of trending videos in here at the moment, but this site is set up around the dog niche. So we're going to keep everything targeted, which really is the way to go, especially when you follow the training. So just for argument's sake, I'm just going to put dog training in here. So dog training. Did I spell that right? I did. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm just going to leave the settings as default and click submit. So it really is as simple as putting in a phrase there and clicking submit. Now I'll explain what this plugin does in just a second, but let me just click this now and show you. Okay, so it's going to return a bunch of videos related to the search term that I put in here. Now all of these are pulled from YouTube, nothing else, just YouTube. So you can see, if I just drag this screen over here, it's returned a bunch of videos, as I say, related to this phrase. Now you can see this one here is almost an hour long, this one here just over 8 minutes, but you know, they vary. Some are better than others. What the plugin actually does, in fact, let me just show you now. Let's look at this one here. So if I click on there, wait for it to load. So you can see what it does is it actually pulls content from the YouTube video. Now I know, before you say a word, I know there are a ton of plugins which actually extract content from YouTube descriptions. Yeah, you know, it's been done 100 times before. But Bloom is different. It doesn't do it that way. What it does is it actually takes the content from inside the video. Now what I mean by this is it uses closed captions and subtitles. Now the beauty of this method is you can pull all of the content, all of the spoken content from within this video. Plus, Google don't index closed caption or subtitles. So what that means is, unless this is written down, which in most cases it won't be, then you've just pulled a unique post. So what happens now is it pulls everything into WordPress. Let me just drag this screen over. Before I do that, sorry, I should have made this this recording larger, but anyway, I'll just drag it around and show you how it works. So everything can be changed. So first of all, you've got the thumbnail there, so you can change that to anything you want to. If you want to change that, you just click there. Then up here, the headline, post title, sorry, you can change that. And let me just drag this over. This would be a good point to drag this over. So you can see that you can actually spin the content. So you can spin the content as it comes in. You can make it more unique to you. You can also credit the video. So if you wanted to credit the YouTube video, then you can do that right down here. And I'll show you that in just a moment. But anyway, you can see here you have a complete post. Now you can mess about with this, you can change it, you can spin it, you can add different elements to it, you can break up the paragraphs, you can do pretty much anything you want with it. But you can see that that's just taken me a couple of seconds to drop in a post. So let's say you had a dog training blog and you were looking for content. Instead of going out and paying to have somebody write it or writing it yourself, or simply curating it from all over the web that's pretty much shared everywhere. So it's, you know, it's not going to do you any favors in terms of SEO. What you're doing here is pulling unique content straight into your blog, building a post straight away. So you have a complete post there. Again, you can edit it as much as you like. So over here, if you decide that you want to credit or attribute this article or this post to this YouTube video, then you just click here. You can include the video in the post. So if I click there, I can do that. I can include a thumbnail in the post if I want to. I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. And footer link. So here you would put your call to action. So let's just say I wanted to send everybody that clicks this link over to my blog. I know it's not really relevant, but sorry, I put that in the wrong one. So in here, so if I just put click here and there, and that's really it. You'll see down here syndication of your posts. This is actually contained inside of an upgrade, so you won't be able to use that in the front end. It is part of an upgrade, so we'll leave that for the time being, and then we'll just create a post. Okay, so we've published that one now, and again, this was just doing it very, very quickly, but you can see that it just pops into your post folder like so. You could have saved it as draft if you wanted to, but just for demonstration purposes, I've just published it. Now you can also see that it's pulled all of the tags. So all of the tags from that YouTube video are pulled into your WordPress post. And they're all here, which is great for SEO. Now what I'm going to do now is just pop over here and just show you the actual post itself. Okay, so you can see the thumbnail up there. Again, you could have changed that. It's added the video. You can actually change where that is. So if you wanted it further down the post, then you can do that inside of the editing suite. And if you just, like I say, it's just a bunch of text because I didn't do anything with it. But you can see how quick this is. So you can see that I've attributed this post to YouTube video that I found content inside of, and if I click here, it takes me over to my blog. Again, completely irrelevant, but you get the idea, and it serves to demonstrate just how easy this is. So as we all know, content is in fact king. It still is. Yet there's lots and lots of tech about, but you can see just how easy this plugin is to produce unique content. You can build a blog, you can build a post, you can do it all in minutes. So if you work part-time at internet marketing, and if all you have is just a few minutes per day to build your blog, then this is the perfect solution. Now Bloom, the plugin, it's a standalone plugin. It works all by itself. So if you don't want to use our monetization technique, then go ahead, use the plugin on any blog you own as a standalone content generating tool. You've seen how quick it is. Obviously, you know, that was a bit haphazard. It wasn't a great looking post because I didn't chop it into paragraphs. I didn't do anything with it. It was just there really to show you how quick it could be done if you were in a rush. But obviously, if you have a blog, if you're growing an authority blog, then you'd spend, you know, a couple more minutes on it. But it really is as simple as that. Now, let's talk about the monetization technique. So the training is accessible from the same area, the same user area that you can download the plugin from. And let me just show you a couple of these. So you can see that rather than leave anybody behind, because we know there's an awful lot of people that tend to get left behind because people like us tend to forget that some people don't know the basics. So we have everything included here in the video training. So, you know, some of the basics such as hosting, verification, transferring name servers, WordPress setup, it's all included in the training. And I just click there. You can see a new page opens up, and it contains a video. You can download resources. You can add notes. So as you go through, you can add notes, discussions, and you can access additional modules in the course. And I'll just go through this, and you can see the kind of thing that we have set up here. So it's pretty much everything. So again, all of the basics, so nobody gets left behind. This is something that absolutely anybody can do. I know everybody says that every time they launch a brand new product, but we really did want Bloom to be usable and accessible to absolutely everybody. It's an old school method, but it's been supercharged. So as I've shown you, you can build as much content as you want in very, very little time. And almost all of that is going to be unique because it's pulled from inside of the YouTube videos, which, as I mentioned, isn't indexed. So the monetization method that we're using here is AdSense. Now, AdSense, again, it's one of those old school methods, which you probably look back and think, well, I tried that and I didn't really make any money. Well, the training inside of Bloom changes all of that. And we have thousands and thousands of dollars in proof per month, and this isn't difficult. Now, you can choose to do this passively. So if you're building out an authority blog using the Bloom plugin, then you can drop in your AdSense code, which is explained within the training, and let the content do the work for you. Or you can follow the advanced training, which is also included in the front end product, and you can supercharge your AdSense earnings. Now again, this is really, really simple stuff. There's an awful lot of training in here because we don't want to leave anybody behind, but it's all pretty basic. Now there are some tips, some ninja tricks, which will supercharge your earnings. But you can choose to use those, or you can choose not to use those. If all you want is a passive income based on the back of the content, do that. If you want more, then follow the advanced training. As I say, again, it's included in the front end. So you can see that Bloom is a very simple and a very effective method. It's something that absolutely anybody can do. There's no learning curve. Sure, if you want to go more in depth, follow all of the training and use the ninja tricks to increase your AdSense revenue, then by all means do so. That will take you a little bit more time. But in the meantime, anybody can set up their blog. They can grow it by the day. They can pull in content in a matter of seconds. And even when you play around with that content to get it looking just right for your blog, it's going to take you mere minutes. That content is going to be unique in nearly every circumstance because, as I say, Google don't index closed captions and subtitles. So you're going to be pulling content at will whenever you like. It really is as simple as I've shown you. You put your AdSense code in there and you make money as you build your blog. It's sustainable, it's evergreen, and it's passive. And it's something that anybody can do, even if all they have is just a few minutes per day. And as I mentioned earlier, for all those that want to increase and supercharge their AdSense revenue, then follow the advanced AdSense training. It's all included in the front end. Thanks for watching.